Hi, and welcome to Wisconsin's 57 Television. We are here at CrossFit Fort Atkinson, Dr. Pat and I, and we are so excited to be here. This atmosphere is just filled with energy.
It is a cool place. You just want to work out when you walk in.
Yeah, and or sit and talk and find out people's history. I mean, it's such a community environment of just energy and I don't know, just kind of love for the workout, love for CrossFit, like everything involved. You can just feel it's run by a family. We're going to get to talk to them, Meg and Jeb, and maybe daughter Harlow a little bit later. They're going to fill us in with a bunch of stuff. What are they going to talk about?
Well, we're going to talk about how long they've been in existence as a gym. How they get a lot of people working out and multiple classes all day long. So if you're in and around Fort Atkinson, this is the place to be for a workout.
Yeah, and it's not far from a lot of communities around here. It's not even a long drive from Madison, just over a half an hour. It's well worth it. It's a wonderful place. We're going to learn about the CrossFit Games coming. We're going to learn about how this gym came to be, some history of competition, all kinds of great stuff. So stick around. You're not going to miss this. CrossFit Fort Atkinson here on Wisconsin's 57 Television. Hello and welcome back to Wisconsin's 57 Television. We are here at CrossFit Fort Atkinson. As you can see all around us, there's amazing equipment, amazing people working out. So excited to be here right on Main Street, right off Main Street, downtown Fort Atkinson. Very happy to be here. Thank you for having us, you two. This is Meg and Jeb Simmons, owners, coaches, admin, Jacks and Janes of all trade here at CrossFit Fort Atkinson. Again, we are very happy to be here. We're going to find out some information about your gym. We're going to find out some information about CrossFit, movement, all kinds of fun stuff. So tell us a little bit about CrossFit as a thing. What does that mean for movement?
CrossFit just pretty much entails everything. We bodyweight movements, cardio, lifting weights. We just kind of put it all together and make workouts.
And they're different every day, from what I understand.
Yep. When you come into our gym, we don't post our workouts. It's a surprise.
Surprise
didn't know that.
It's a surprise whether you like it or not.
Yeah, some people like it that way, some people don't.
They deal with it though, is my guess?
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a choice.
I think people get excited about it.
Yeah.
You know, there are definitely people that come in the morning and then they let the afternoon people know. They'll take pictures of the board. We write everything on a board. So
sneaky.
But otherwise, people tend to, you know, kind of shy away from their weaknesses. So if it's something on the board they don't like to do, they might skip that day, and that's why we don't post.
So you don't want to tell them you're doing burpees that day.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the worst exercise of all, the most hated, or is there some?
Depends. Everyone's a little different. Like burpees, once you find your happy place with burpees, it's okay, but it can take years to get there.
Really?
It's such a great exercise.
They're one of the worst.
That's it. I would say there's worse ones than burpees.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is such an intense movement, but once you get it right and are comfortable with your style or whatever, as long as it's safe and you do it according to coaches, then it's a good one and it gets you worked out quickly.
Yeah.
Like, what's an example of how many burpees in like the workout today? Did you have them in today, or the most recent burpee
There is
count?
some in today where it's actually burpee box jumps. So you have the burpee and then jump onto a box, and there's 45 burpees today.
That's pretty.
That's
jump
pretty
onto
easy.
a box
I was going to say that's pretty common.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, super fun.
My idea of a good time.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Let's do it right now.
Nice to be challenged.
Yeah, it's nice to be challenged. There's a lot of different kinds of people coming in for this kind of challenge, and that can be a big challenge. That can be an intimidating number. So for people that aren't quite ready to do that, is there an age range that you allow? Is there, you know, what's the story there?
I mean, we got everyone under the sun. We got from our daughter, who's like 7, you know, she loves to do it on her free time.
That's awesome.
Which isn't probably normal. But I mean, in classes, it's like 14, 15 years of age, all the way up to, I think, 67.
I believe 67.
67 years of. So like that burpee box jump, I mean, their box would be a lot, you know, depending on what your, you know, if you have any knee issues, anything like that, it may be a lower box and you may be doing step ups.
Okay.
So that's
where
where
it's and what you're comfortable with. We're always trying to challenge you, but in a
healthy,
in a good way, healthy way, and make sure no one gets hurt.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed there's a lot of Olympic barbells here.
Yes.
Olympic bars. There's probably 40, 50 of them around this gym.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What kind of movements do you do with that?
We do all Olympic lifts. So we clean and jerk, and we do snatch. And then from there, you get different movements that we can, you know, overhead squatting, just cleans, squat cleans, hang cleans. We pretty much cover everything that they do as far as Olympic lifting goes, which can be tough. Those are some of the hardest lifts to do and to learn. So it takes a lot of time, practice, but that's why we here. You know, the coaches are here to make sure you guys are doing it right.
Yeah. No, thank you. I know that you guys look out for people's state of mind, state of well-being, as well as physical sense of safeness and not to get injured. That's the last thing we want to deal with.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well, we have so many more questions for you today. Thank you for having us, Meg and Jeb, here at CrossFit Fort Atkinson, right in downtown Fort Atkinson, and we will be back shortly here, more with Wisconsin's 57 Television. Welcome back, and we are filming today at CrossFit Fort Atkinson in downtown Fort Atkinson, and we are having a wonderful time learning things about exercises, learning things about movement. We're going to learn a little bit about this gym in particular today, CrossFit Fort Atkinson. I'm standing here and so pleased to be with owners, coaches extraordinaires, Meg Zeckel and Jeb Simmons. Thank you for having us to your gym.
Thank you.
Tell us about this gym in particular. How did it come to be? How long have you been here? What's the story?
The gym itself, so 6 years ago?
Yeah.
6 years ago, I was working out with a couple of friends. Kind of got started in CrossFit through my brother, and we outgrew our basement.
That happened.
So we moved into an empty storage facility. It had been empty for like 20 years. So we cleaned it up, started using it, and then the word kind of spread that we were doing CrossFit in town. And we had a couple of friends that wanted to do it, and a couple more, and a couple more. But the place had no heat. It was this old storage building. So then we wanted to, honestly, our goal was to find a place and get enough members to pay for our rent and heat.
Yeah.
And we were like, if we get that covered, it gives us a nicer place to work out.
That's right.
It'll be perfect.
That's right. Pay for the workouts.
Yeah. Right.
So me and my buddies, they found a place across the other side of town. It was about 1,500, 2,000 square feet. We got a good deal on rent, and next thing you know, we opened, and we all had full-time jobs, and it just kind of took off, and we didn't know
What to expect
or what was going to happen. And I was literally working one job from 6 to 2, and then I would go to the gym at 3 and work from 3 to about 9:30 at night.
Wow.
And one thing led to another, and eventually,
right. We had the opportunity to
kind of take it over.
So long. How long have you been here? And
at this gym, we then outgrew that place, and we came here back in December.
Oh, only in December. Okay.
Yeah, so it's been a few months.
Well, congratulations. Clearly it's working.
Yeah.
You're always busy when I'm here.
I noticed when I first walked in just how much activity there is and how much room and space. It's got great energy in here.
Yeah.
It looks like a great place to work out.
Should be here when they are in the middle of their workouts and the music is like jacked up and it's
I
so
bet
fun.
it's a lot
I mean,
of
it's
fun.
just like makes your whole everything rise. Yeah, inside and outside. It's very exciting.
It's kind of
to
a
be
goal that we have to make you want to work out, make it feel good when you come in here. Like you said, the energy feels good, and that was one of our goals as being gym owners and coaches.
I mean, when we moved over here, we were always closed for lunch from 1 to 3:30. But no one wants to leave, ever. Like, no one ever wants to leave. So we were like, all right, when we moved to our new place, we're just going to stay open. We got to have some room for people to sit and hang out and eat, and there's people here.
So what are your hours?
That's amazing.
We open at 5 a.m. and we close at 8:30 at night.
Wow.
7 days a week?
No.
Yeah.
That's Monday through Friday. Saturday
Yeah.
we open at 7. We're usually here till about noon.
Okay.
And Sunday
we're
is
closed.
family day. We need
Yes, you do.
Good for you.
rest and just.
You got a little one.
Yeah.
I know she likes to work out too.
She does. Yep, absolutely.
That's such an amazing backstory to start from. This is something I love to do. Let's do it together. Then let's find a space. And this isn't big enough. And how do we maybe work this and offer this to people and just enough to pay rent? And then all of a sudden people are coming to you and they don't want to leave. I mean, like, that is a beautiful story for family, for workout, for the community in Fort Atkinson. I mean, every time we're here, it's just, How many coaches do you have now working with you or under you?
I mean, there's three head coaches, and then we have another 4 or 5 coaches assistant coaches.
Interns, assistant coaches.
How many classes would you have in a typical day?
So we start at 5 a.m. We have a 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 8:15, noon, 4:30, 5:30, and 6:30.
That's a lot of classes.
a full day.
How long are they typically last?
An hour.
An
Yeah,
hour.
every class is an hour.
Classes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I bet when people are done, they really feel like they're ready to be
Ready
done
to go.
working out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then they can hang out in the hangout.
But then they
hang
just
out
hang
on the
out,
phone.
and then they
Right?
talk to the next class, and then they just stay for hours.
That's amazing. Well, for those of you out here, listening, this is CrossFit Fort Atkinson, Meg and Jeb. I just felt the vibration of the barbell through the floor. This is such a fun place to be. Stick around for more with CrossFit Fort Atkinson after the break. Welcome back. We're having a great time here at CrossFit Fort Atkinson with owners Meg and Jeb. Thank you for having us today.
Thanks for coming.
I want to mention it's a beautiful day, and one thing about this place that is really special is the environment in which we're standing is surrounded by windows, high ceilings, and these garage type doors that open up completely. So basically you're getting the outside in here, so you kind of feel like you're getting this done outdoors. So it's a really special environment. Never really been into a gym situation like this, so well done. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Speaking of being here, if one wanted to get in here as a curious CrossFit person, as an experienced CrossFit person, as a person who's never exercised in their life, what are the steps?
Yeah, so usually if anyone does stop in, they'll be directed to me, so they'll be talking to me or my admin team, or our website. Our website is just crossfitfortatkinson.com. All emails lead to me. They're right on there. And really what they do is we do just a conversation of, all right, what is your history? What have you done before? Have you ever done CrossFit? If you've done CrossFit before, usually I send you over to our head coaches to make sure you're tested out so you can get right into class. If you've never done CrossFit, which is usually everyone that we get,
which is great,
or people that haven't worked out in like 30 plus years, those are the people we usually get, is more or less then we put them through an introductory course. So with that, it is a month long. They do 4 personal training sessions to teach the movements, break them down, make sure they're doing them correctly, get them acclimated in the gym just so they're comfortable. We already know how intimidating it is to come into a gym, so just to meet members, meet all of our coaches, show them where everything is, and then show them kind of the movement standards and what we expect. Then we do a short workout. After those 4 sessions, we give them 2 weeks of classes to try. The coaches kind of take them under their wing, and we get them familiarized with our members, and then they get to try it, see if they like it or if they hate it.
Most people like it, I imagine. I mean, we have quite the community of people that I've been here several times. I see many of the same faces, and even though people are doing really hardcore workouts, like people are smiling and they're pretty chilled out. Actually, it's really cool.
Yeah,
really cool.
I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. It's very family friendly and oriented. Like we have so many adults that bring their teenage kids, and this is like their thing to do. So you have a lot of mom and dads that come, and it's their time to come to the gym.
Work out with your
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
I think it's really neat to see like parents working out with their kids, doing the same exact workout, and they're able to scale it.
You get a little competition going sometimes.
Yeah, and then there's this respect. Like they have this like mad respect for their parents. Like, oh my God, they could do this.
Yeah, I could.
What better lesson to teach your kids?
Oh yeah,
what we
definitely.
do, we work out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, like you said, the kids are gonna be like, "Wow, mom or dad can do that."
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, we got
That's
some.
very cool.
We got some in the morning. One of our ladies, Dawn. I mean, she's got now her husband in here, I think 2 or 3 of her kids, and she beats them all. So it's like so cool to see.
It's a little humbling for a few
Yeah,
guys.
it is.
It's probably good for them, though. That's all right.
It is.
That's all right.
Yeah.
This is such a great community you have here. So you can get in touch via the internet. You can walk on in at any time. I mean, I've been here and seen people just walk in, and Meg is always there right away, jumping in, saying, "Hey, what can I do for you?" Or seeing people come in for, how do we get started? What other kinds of things would you like us to know about? Is there, drop-in? Is there ways outside of this introductory course?
Yeah, so I mean,
what would you suggest?
So we actually do a women's challenge, which is a 6-week challenge that we do. So we actually just had 45 women. They graduated all last night. Yay!
Congratulations to you out there who did that.
Yes, it's so exciting, and so many of them. Like our biggest thing is we love athletes. We love people that are already moving, but we love the people that are, whose confidence is really, really lacking, and they just need some self-respect and love and need some support and a community, and that's what we're here for. So we do 6-week challenges a few times a year, and then we also, if you're going to do a drop-in, we do drop-ins. I mean, it's kind of more the merrier, but you got to have some sort of background so that way you're not getting hurt when you come in. But otherwise, we're happy to take whoever. I mean, we just had a gentleman travel from Milwaukee, saw our gym on Facebook and Instagram, and he's like, I just want to check it out. We're like,
oh, that's
come
awesome.
on in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you're out there and you're wanting to check out a very cool community-oriented CrossFit gym, this is CrossFit Fort Atkinson, right downtown in Fort Atkinson, and we'll be back with more with Meg and Jeb after the break. Hello and welcome back. We are so excited to be filming here at CrossFit Fort Atkinson, downtown Fort Atkinson. And we are in the gym and we are standing here next to this wonderful family who owns the gym. And now we're going to introduce the boss. This is Harlow. This is Meg Zeckel and Jeb Simmons. This is their daughter. And she's going to do a couple of really cool moves for us in a few minutes. But first we're going to find out a little bit about Jeb's background as an actual athlete, not just a gym owner and coach. So tell us, how'd you get started? What's your backstory?
Growing up, I pretty much played any sport you could imagine. I swam in high school, I played hockey outside of high school, basketball, football. That was kind of my thing. Like, I loved playing sports growing up. So whatever I could do to be active is what I did.
Keeps you out of trouble too, right? That's what they say.
Yeah.
Now we know that raising kids, that's absolutely true.
Yes,
when did you start lifting weights or doing physical workouts like this?
I started lifting weights, honestly, when my oldest daughter was born. Just at home, needed something to do, so I had a bench in my living room, started bench pressing there, and then one thing led to another. So I was about 21, 22, and I was benching, doing whatever I could at home. I did that for a long time, and then probably about 34, 35, I was about 250 pounds, and I mean, I could bench and squat and all that stuff, but I decided, like, I just wanted to be healthy. I wanted to be able to run up and down the court, play ball with my kids.
I'm sure you're speaking to a lot of people out there who want to make some changes.
Yeah, I just want to make, again, I want to be healthy for my kids, and so my brother, like I said, he's like, why don't you try CrossFit? I didn't know anything about it, and he had been doing it kind of on his own. And so he invited me over to his house, had me do a CrossFit workout, and to be honest with you, I thought it was the worst thing in the world, and I was never going to do it again.
and here we are, the rest is history.
And the funny thing was, all it was pull-ups, push-ups, and air squats. And again, like, I could lift a lot of weight, but it killed me. Yeah. But when I went home, I got so mad at him because I was so bad at it. But there was something about it that kind of just ate at me. Being an athlete, I'm like, what was it about that workout that, was so tough?
Right, challenge yourself, right?
Yeah, and then, so it was probably 2 days later, I ended up going back, and I think I did the same. We always do different workouts every day, but I think I did that same exact workout over and over again to try to perfect it. But it was like, then I was hooked, and I think it was just the challenge, being an athlete, it was something different.
Yeah.
And you competed in CrossFit games a few times, right?
Yeah, not the games. So I've competed in some big competitions, Granite Games, which is up in St. Cloud, Minnesota, Wadapalooza, which is down in Miami. I've won Wadapalooza before.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then this year I qualified for the CrossFit Games itself, which is coming to Madison in August.
That's exciting.
And that's kind of like the Olympics of our sport.
Right.
So only the top 20 guys in the world in my age group make it, and I happen to be one of them this year.
That's great.
Exciting.
Well, your story speaks to so much that you can be someone who is an athlete or not. You can be someone who's interested in CrossFit and loved it the first time, which I've heard that story. Absolutely, people are like, this is the greatest thing, I love this, I want to do it all the time, to, oh my God, I can't stand it, but I gotta go kick that thing's butt because I want to do it more, right?
Right.
So those of us that like to be challenged, there's all these different aspects of what draws people to this sport and to this lifestyle that I think, I don't know, it's just, it's very evident that it means a lot to a lot of people on an emotional scale too, and clearly you can take it however direction you like.
And your daughter Harlow is in the gym often with you, learning many of these movements, and I understand she has some special talents.
Yes,
she does.
So what is she gonna show us, Jeff? Megan?
She's gonna show us a handstand walk.
So this is
She
a
works
CrossFit
on.
move.
Yep.
We're gonna see Miss Harlow do a very amazing thing here. Wow!
That is awesome.
Right off the screen. Look at her, she's still going. I know you can't see. Wow, wow, okay. She just did a full-on like arch somersault thing I've never seen before. Well done, that was awesome.
That was great,
awesome.
thank you.
Thank you for the demonstration and all the history and information, Meg and Jeb at CrossFit Fort Atkinson. Don't go away, we'll see you after the break. Thank you so much for joining us at CrossFit Fort Atkinson. We've had such a good time here.
Oh, my favorite part was Harlow doing the walking handstand across the
I know,
stage
can you
here.
do that? I mean,
not in a few years.
From what I hear, she's the only one that can do that here, and everybody was like jealous. And then she did some kind of flip.
For 8 years old, that's amazing.
I know. She represents her parents very well. Lovely people, Meg and Jeb, here at CrossFit Fort Atkinson. They do everything under the sun for CrossFit. They'll intro you, they'll have you start soft or easy or rough
Classes
and rugged.
all day long was impressive.
Absolutely, classes all day long too. So again, come and visit them out here at CrossFit Fort Atkinson. There'll be lots more information about them to come in the future. Can't wait, looking forward to it. And thank you for joining us on Wisconsin's 57 Television.